Among the gods of Norse mythology, there is one name that echoes louder than thunder itself: a protector, a destroyer, a warrior who stood between chaos and mankind. His name was Thor, son of Odin, heir to storms, and champion of the nine realms. Where Odin ruled with wisdom and sacrifice, Thor ruled with action. He was the god who answered danger head-on, hammer raised, lightning roaring, never retreating. Thor was born in Asgard, the realm of the gods, to Odin, the All-Father, and Jord, the personification of the earth itself. From his mother, he inherited a deep bond with the world of mortals. From his father, the weight of divine duty. Even as a child, Thor's strength was unmatched. His temper burned hot, his courage burned brighter, and his presence alone could shake the halls of Asgard. But power without control is dangerous, and Thor would learn this lesson many times. Thor was not a god of clever words or hidden schemes. He was direct, honest, fearless. When giants threatened the realms, Thor did not negotiate, he marched. His greatest weapon was Mjölnir, the legendary hammer forged by dwarves in the heart of the earth. Though small in size, it carried unimaginable power. With it, Thor could summon lightning, shatter mountains, and bring storms upon the world. But Mjölnir was no ordinary weapon. It always returned to Thor's hand after being thrown, obeying only its rightful wielder. It was said that only one worthy of its power could lift it, a symbol of strength bound by responsibility. To wield Mjölnir, Thor also wore Mjölnir, a magical belt that doubled his strength, and iron gloves that allowed him to grip the hammer's handle. Fully armed, Thor became nearly unstoppable. Yet Thor's greatest enemies were not found in Asgard. They lived in Jotunheim, the land of giants. The giants represented chaos, destruction, and the ancient forces that existed before the gods shaped the world. They hated Thor more than any other god, for he was their greatest threat. Time and time again, Thor journeyed into Jotunheim, facing creatures of frost, stone, and darkness. Each battle was brutal. Each victory came at a cost, but Thor never hesitated. He believed that protecting the realms was worth any sacrifice. Among his greatest enemies was Jörmungandr, the World Serpent, a monstrous being so vast it encircled the entire world, biting its own tail. The fate of Thor and the serpent were intertwined by prophecy. It was foretold that during Ragnarök, the final battle of the gods, Thor and Jörmungandr would kill one another. This knowledge did not weaken Thor. It strengthened his resolve. He accepted his destiny without fear. Thor was not only a warrior, he was a protector of humanity. While Odin watched over kings and heroes, Thor watched over farmers, travelers, and ordinary people. He blessed marriages, protected villages, and was invoked during storms to keep destruction at bay. To humans, Thor was not distant or mysterious. He was close, familiar, a god who walked among danger so others didn't have to. Despite his strength, Thor was not without flaws. His temper often led him into traps laid by giants and tricksters. He could be reckless, trusting strength more than strategy. And more than once, this arrogance nearly led to his downfall. One of the most humiliating moments of Thor's life came when giants stole Mjölnir from him. Without his hammer, Thor was powerless, a god stripped of his identity. To retrieve it, he was forced into disguise, humiliated, and mocked. But he endured it. When he finally reclaimed Mjölnir, his fury was unleashed like a storm without mercy. This moment taught Thor a hard truth. His power did not define him. His perseverance did. Thor's relationship with Loki, The trickster god was complex, sometimes ally, sometimes enemy. Loki's schemes often caused chaos, but Thor repeatedly stood by him, believing loyalty mattered more than betrayal, until fate proved otherwise. When Ragnarök finally arrived, Thor stood at the front lines. The sky burned, the world cracked, gods and monsters clashed as prophecy unfolded. Thor faced Jörmungandr in a battle that shook reality itself. With thunder screaming through the skies, Thor struck the serpent down, fulfilling his destiny. But victory came at a price. Poison from the dying serpent filled the air. Thor took 9 steps away and fell. The god of thunder died standing as he lived, protecting the realms. Yet Thor's story did not end in death. His legacy lived on through the world he saved, the people he protected, and the thunder that still echoes in the sky. To the Norse, every storm was a reminder. Thor was still watching, not a god of words, not a god of secrets, but a god of action, sacrifice, and unbreakable will. Thor was not perfect, but he was relentless. And in a world constantly threatened by chaos, that made all the difference.